Hey guys, it's a beautiful summer afternoon, and today I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider should be your first exotic car. Let's go. All right, in the garage. Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a quick video about the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider. So a couple of years ago I became interested in buying an exotic car, and I had a very hard time deciding what to get. At first I considered the usual suspects: the Lamborghini Huracan, Ferrari 458, McLaren 570S. And I actually had the opportunity to drive all of those cars. And then one day I saw this 4C Spider for sale at the local dealership, and pretty much on a whim I decided to take it for a test drive. And after I test drove it, I just knew that it was the one. So today I'm going to talk about why I think the 4C Spider should be the first exotic car for anyone who is looking to get into one, and why you probably should consider the Lambos and the Ferraris at a later stage in your ownership history. So today I'm going to give you 5 reasons on why I think the Alfa Romeo 4C should be your first exotic car. Number 1 is the looks. I mean, just look at this thing. You can't really mistake this for anything else but an exotic Italian sports car. The face is unmistakable, and a lot of people, not just me, would tell you that this car looks a lot more expensive than it actually is. I have people chase me down from the freeway to the parking lot just so that they can get a glimpse of this car. And you have a special car when every time you pull it into the gas station, and then people come over and start asking you questions. And it simply commands a lot of attention, this car, and it arouses people's curiosity. So if you're an extrovert, you are all set to go. But if you're an introvert like me, it definitely is a good opportunity to open yourself up a little bit, and then engage with complete random strangers. Alright, so the number 2 reason you want the 4C Spider to be your first exotic car is for the performance. Alfa Romeo says the 4C Spider can do 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. However, the actual sensation of acceleration feels much, much quicker than that. And that's because, first, the dual clutch transmission is incredibly smooth and shifts very, very fast. And the other reason for that is the car is extremely light. The 4C Spider has a mid-mounted turbo 4 engine that makes 237 horsepower, and the curb weight of the vehicle is just under 2,500 pounds, making this the highest power to weight ratio vehicle in its price category. Another notable feature of the 4C Spider is this is the only car sold in North America with no power assisted steering, making this steering feel unlike any other car out on the road. The third reason why the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider should be your first exotic car is the ease of serviceability. So I live in the Midwest, and we have no Lamborghini or Ferrari dealerships. So if you own one of those cars, you would need to arrange for the car to get shipped to the nearest dealership. And in my case, that would be probably Chicago. But with the 4C Spider, I actually have not one, but 2 Alfa Romeo dealerships, and should anything happen to the car, I can literally just drive 10 miles, drop my car off at the dealership, get a loaner, and all in all, it would be relatively painless to get this vehicle serviced. And the other major benefit to owning this car is how relatively inexpensive it is to do the maintenance and whatever service it needs, because Alfa Romeo is owned by FCA, and the FCA parts are usually not that expensive. If you start touching, Lambos or McLarens, everything gets very, very pricey, probably 3, 4, 5 times more expensive than on this vehicle. So the number 4 reason you should buy the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider as your first exotic is for the rarity factor. A lot of people buy exotic cars for their exclusivity. You don't want to buy something that is a common sight, when you're spending boatloads of money. And I think this car really has that very exclusive feel, mainly because Alfa Romeo never managed to sell many of these here in the United States. And one time I had a guy in a Maserati that followed me for miles out on the road, and followed me all the way to the parking lot just to check out the car. And one of the questions that you will often get from strangers is how much this car costs. One time I was at the gas station, and the lady next to me came over and asked me, "Hey, is this an Alfa Romeo?" I said yes, and then she went back and then remarked to her passenger something along the lines of, "Oh, that car costs more than my house." Well, it doesn't, and I'll get into pricing later, but where I live, you see Lamborghinis, you see Ferraris, you'll see McLarens, but I have yet to see another Alfa Romeo 4C. So my number 5 reason why the 4C Spider should be your first exotic is the value for what you pay and what you get in return. So I'd like to show you the original window sticker for my car, and as you can see, the total price, let me zoom in here, $76,345. So for what you get, the looks of this car, the exotic engineering, and just how rare this car is, I think for the price, this is a major bargain. I mean, so many people confuse this car for something that's much more expensive. And I think this does most things quite well, relative to a $250,000 Ferrari or Lamborghini or McLaren or any of those cars. So in sum, I think if you want something that's exotic and you don't want to have to mortgage your house to pay for it, I think this is, without question, the car that you should get. So there you go, guys. I just gave you 5 reasons why the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider should be your first exotic car. If you found this video useful, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to uploading more videos for you in the future. Until then, we'll see you later.